Okay, I was looking at the post. What is it? It's called Softly. Oh yeah, Softly as the Morning Sunrise. Anyway, so anytime you got it, it's what is the whole tune is just basically C minor to some kind of an altered 5, right? So anytime you have just a simple progression like that, what jazz players do is we use chord progressions to fill them in, and we usually use a call and answer or a back and forth pattern. The melody has that button. So you get this space, a little call and answer, space or call, and then another lance. That's how the whole melody sets up. So you do it so you can set up patterns. What is like? I can do pretty much anything I want on the second one, as long as I play on the weak side of the beat, on the upbeats of whatever rhythmic pattern I set up. So if I got So those are all different ways. So what I can use the 1, 6, flat 6, 5, 1, right? Now I can take any. What you do is you set a pattern up, and then you can add any sub of those for C minor. I can use F minor 11. Go to the major. Different ways, but what you try to do is you try to set up a pattern between the two. So you give this statement, you either use the answer to hold together by using something consistent. You can switch it back and forth how you actually use the application of the concept of using a call and answer type of comping. So but if you think of if the you can pretty much go anywhere you want, as long as you keep where you're going as the target. I mean, I can give you a million ways to access all those by modal interchange or a sub, and then pulling from that sub. There's a lot of ways to get to it, but basically you're creating this. You can think of like a tension resolve kind of thing. You're creating a sound, and you just want to. Flat 7 didn't work that great because it's the wrong kind of implication. We're in altered. And you can also, if you want to go, so you can go to melodic minor. And once you, so I'm doing like a 2, 5. Use Dorian to Lydian flat 7 on the F. You can just approach it any way you want, but you usually set up a pattern. So let's say we just go. So there's a pattern I'm going to set up. I got 1, 6, flat 6, 5, 1. Then I'm going to go to 1, flat 6 minor, and then 2, 5. I'm going to imply I'm going to that sub 5, but I'm going to go to, or I could go to this 5. So you can take that and use alterations of that. So I go. I'll use some subs. I'm stretching it. I mean, typically for that one you use usually so. Anyway, there's just it's more of a concept of how you solo than rather just changes different options you use. You think of all the tunes that use a kind of a minor, they create patterns, right? Whether it's a 6, the 1, 6, 2, 5, right? That's a pretty standard pattern in jazz. So what I did when I used 1, 6, that's my sub of it. I'm just taking a simple chord pattern that any jazz standard, once that tune's been played, once it kind of becomes common practice, you can get away using that because your ear automatically hears that. And a melody like this where it's pretty straight ahead, It's pretty easy. And even if the melody's more complicated, where you play on the harmonic, where the chord accent pattern is of the tune, if you play off of that and set that up, you can play whatever you want. If you have any questions, ask me, man.